I think everyone has their own gym insecurities to an extent, and for different people, it's going to be different things. So, for an example, I have this friend that for some reason is really afraid of being judged at the gym and being judged about how is it that he's performing, which for me is a odd one because I just generally don't understand it, and I have never really cared about these kind of things, and I'm quite comfortable with lifting weights and just generally kind of performing within the gym. But everyone is going to have their own thing. So for an example, my insecurity that I'm still struggling with is filming content and filming me lifting weights. And for some reason, that's just something I cannot fully really get over. Because for example, I don't really like doing it when people are around. And then on top of it, it's probably my least favorite thing when it comes to content creation. And every single time I would do it, I kind of do it, but I don't really feel great. And nowadays, in general, there are not that many things that are going to make me insecure, and I mostly don't really care about what is it that I'm doing. And if I feel like that is something that I need to do, and if I'm generally not bothering anyone around, I'm mostly going to be fine with doing whatever the fuck is it that I need to do. But this is just something I'm still kind of struggling with a little bit. So one thing that really throws me off when it comes to filming content within the gym is just I don't like it that there's people walking around and that there are people that are going to approach me and that there are people that are going to walk in front of the frame. And that's kind of a little bit nonsensical because it is a public gym and people are going to be doing whatever it is that they want to do in a public gym, and they don't really have to worry about me filming content. And on top of it, I wouldn't even want them to worry about me filming stuff. So it's an odd thing where it's mostly me problem. And in reality, that is just something I need to work on and get over with. Because like, yeah, for some reason, I'm not really very comfortable when it comes to filming these sorts of things when there are people around. So sometimes I would even kind of like avoid specific machines and avoid doing specific things just because there are going to be people around. So it's odd. I still do it and I'm able to do it for the most part, but it is not a simple thing for me to do. And I remember years ago when I just started training, oh boy, was that awful, because I would not be able to film anything within the gym. I would be so ashamed to even like bring a tripod within the gym, and it would always be this like super weird experience for me that I wouldn't really enjoy doing. So like, yeah, I mean, I am getting a little bit better at this, and now for the most part I don't really give a fuck, and I'm going to be filming whatever is it that I want to film, as long as I'm not bothering anyone else and as long as I'm not in anyone's way. But yeah, still don't really feel very comfortable with it. Another problem with filming gym content, and when it comes to generally my insecurities within the gym, is like I need everything to look perfect. And when I'm filming something, I need it to be exactly the way that I want it to be. So I can't really just like place a camera in a corner and start lifting and then afterwards post it. I need to like have a few attempts at it. I need to get the angles perfect. I need to get the positioning perfect. I need to look perfect in the shot. And it becomes this like very exhausting thing where I'm not really able to combine it with a regular workout, because I'm just going to get obsessive over the frame. I'm going to get obsessive over getting the exact shot that I want to get. And it's just going to lead to me not having a efficient workout, because I'm just going to be thinking about like, how is it that I need to film this video? How is it that I need to position myself? And I'm not even going to be thinking about like lifting proper weights. I'm going to be only thinking about how is it that I'm going to look in the video. So that also kind of complicates this whole process of me filming content within the gym, because it's just like people are going to be walking around. That's going to bother me. Then on top of it, I'm going to become manic, I'm going to become obsessive, and I'm not going to be able to do my normal regular workout, which is actually something that I want to do, because primarily I'm less interested in filming the content, I'm more interested in actually working out. So if I'm not able to properly work out because of this fucking camera that I need to constantly drag alongside with me, it's not great. It's actually a very annoying thing. So the thing that I started doing is, well, first of all, I just need to get over the insecurity of like me filming stuff while there are people around. So that will be step one, which is something that I'm actively working on and actively trying to solve. But then on top of it, I just started doing this thing where I would go through the full workout. I would train, I would properly finish my workout, and then I would go back to these movements that I did during the workout, but already with a camera and with a tripod, and then I can purely focus on getting the shot right. Then I can purely focus on getting the positioning exactly the way that I want it to be. And then it becomes a little bit less complicated because I'm already done with the workout. I don't really need to do that anymore, and I can purely focus on making the videos, and that kind of makes it a little bit less complicated. The only problem with that is I still want to have a decent pump, and I still want to film a decent lift, but I'm already tired because I'm already done with the workout, so that also kind of fucks it up a little bit. So it's just like difficult for me to do this gym style content and me filming actual like workouts and me filming myself lifting weights. It has always been a difficult thing, and it is going to be a difficult thing. But I guess at the end of the day, that is just something that I need to get used to. I need to start getting a little bit more into it because I'm filming a lot of all sorts of nonsense. Like, for example, these sorts of videos, but I'm not really filming that much when it comes to like actual proper gym content, which is supposedly the thing that I'm the most interested in. Supposedly like the only thing that I'm constantly interested in is lifting weights and going to the gym. And that is also ultimately the only thing that I'm talking about. So yeah, that is still something that I need to figure out, and that is still something that I need to get a little bit better at it. So yeah, I feel like ultimately all of us have our insecurities, and ultimately that is something that we need to work on. I feel like you identifying the insecurities that you have is already going to be a good step forward, and then gradually, just as you get older, as you get more experienced, keep on doing it. Keep on getting better at the thing that you don't really want to do, and keep on getting better at the thing that you feel like you should be doing, but you're slightly insecure of. And then ultimately it is going to become less and less of a problem, because I've come afar. I've come a long way since me starting to film these kind of videos, because at the beginning I wasn't able to film shit. Now I'm already able to film whatever it is that I need for the most part, with me struggling a little bit here and there, but that's about it. So yeah, thank you guys for watching the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.